Hey everybody, Jill with Pink Shades Travel, and today we're going to talk about why savvy travelers use a travel advisor. So one of the questions that I hear a lot is, are travel advisors still a thing? And we are. We're a very big thing. We're a very big community. Lots of people still use travel advisors. And you have different travel advisors these days, right? You have some that charge fees, you have some that don't. A lot of your ones that charge fees do a lot of specialized planning, like Disney stuff that's very complex. Me personally, I don't do fees for independent vacations, but if we're going to do group trips, I charge a small planning fee just because there is a lot of legwork that goes into group trip planning. But really, having a travel advisor is not a cost to you outside of those planning fees. So the commissions that travel advisors earn are booked into the cost of the room, the ship, the boat, the plane, the whatever. And so if you go book a cruise today on your own, or I book the cruise for you, it is likely going to be at the same exact cost. Except if I book the cruise, I get the commission. If you book the cruise line gets the cost of the cruise plus the commission. So when you use a travel advisor, you are supporting a small business. And again, we have travel advisors that work for big companies, but a lot of them are still independent contractors, which means they are still, in theory, a small business. So what are the benefits of you using a travel advisor? One is kind of in the name. It's the advisor, it's the advice, it's the advisory part of this. And so travel advisors have access to a lot of information and reviews and insider knowledge, and a lot of us are in groups together where we can pull knowledge from other travel advisors. And so we're going to know ins and outs and tips and tricks and things that aren't going to be overly publicized. And you know, when somebody builds a website, they're going to put the best pictures out there, but they may not tell you that that resort is under construction. And so those are things that your travel advisor is going to know. We're going to know things like peak season and shoulder season, and when to get better prices and when to wait for a sale. And so we have, you know, all of this knowledge, and you get access to that knowledge when you use a travel advisor. The other part is you're going to get an advocate. So if you book a trip through Costco, you may get a better price than you would with me. But when you get there and your room is right next to the building that they're doing this major construction on, and you're now not enjoying your vacation because there's banging and hammering and people yelling, you're not going to call Costco and get a resolution. They're not going to care. So having a travel advisor, if you call me, I'm going to reach out to the BDM. I'm going to reach out to the sales manager at the hotel. We're going to get you routed into another room or some sort of compensation. I'm going to advocate on your behalf to ensure that you're having the best vacation that you spent your hard-earned money on. And the other big thing that you're going to get with a travel advisor, outside of, you know, the advice, the advocate, and supporting a small business, is you're going to get somebody that cares just as much about your vacation as you do. This is a service industry. So for us, my business depends on you having a great vacation. I'm going to be sure that we got all the things done, that we dotted all of our I's, we crossed all of our T's, and that you're going to have a great trip. And again, with me, you're going to get that at no cost unless it's group travel and then small planning fee. So savvy travelers are using travel advisors. It is still a thing. We're still out there in large numbers, especially post-COVID. You know, during the pandemic when all travel was getting canceled and the world was kind of falling apart. People that had used a travel advisor had somebody sitting on hold, sitting, you know, and waiting to get in touch with the resorts to process refunds, to get things rescheduled to get cancellations done. And then customers that didn't use a travel advisor were stuck on hold on their own for 5, 6, 7 hours trying to navigate those things. Customers that had booked through your Costco travel or places like that, when the pandemic hit, they weren't answering their phones. They just weren't answering the phones because there wasn't anything for them to do. Yes, they had booked it, but they weren't the travel advisor. They were just the booking agent. And so that's your big difference, and that's really what I want to leave you with today. The internet is for looking. Your travel advisor is for booking. And so when you're ready to book a vacation, find a travel advisor you trust. Let them help guide you through the process, and let them be your advocate and give you the advice and give you all of their knowledge. It will be well worth it. So that's all I got. I hope you guys found this informational. Have a good one.